Hello students, I welcome you to the May month governance portion. So we have already done the April month. So in this month we will discuss this particular session we will discuss apps and portals and state government initiative, right? Okay, let us start. First is Ideathon on the future of the river management. So let us try. So from the name itself, future of the river management, so it will be related to Ministry of Jal Shakti. Okay, so exactly it's been organized by the Ministry of Clean Ganga under the Namami Gange project. So it is specific more to the idea of the river Ganges and National Institute of the Urban Affairs. So the idea is how this COVID-19 crisis is shaping up the river management strategies. Now it is to be seen in a positive way. Why? Because in during the COVID crisis, you must have seen that many rivers are showing the positive signs of because of less industrial activity, right? And less use of the human interference with the rivers as well. So the improvement of the many rivers have been seen. For example, they mentioned that the Gangetic dolphin, as in which is an indicator species of the quality of the river, is started showing in some of the stretches, right? Water quality of Ganga and Yamuna has improved. So in this context, how they have to go forward in the this how this river management has to be carried out in this improvement context. Okay, right. Next is National Migrant Information System. Now you know that the migration crisis in India, one of the it will be remembered as a case study as one of the humanitarian crisis as well. So this information system, from the name itself you can guess, so it will create an information system, a database of all the migrants going back from their original state to the destination state, and the idea is to facilitating their movement as well as making sure that even if someone develops the COVID symptoms, they can be traced back, right? It has been repository has been created by NDMA, and that is important. You need to focus on that. So NDMA is National Disaster Management Authority under the National Disaster Management Act 2005. Okay, so facilitate their seamless movement across the state, and also interstate coordination, and this COVID also they will take care. Next is very interesting, National E-commerce Marketplace, that is the Bharat Market. What is this Bharat Market? Now you must have seen many of the retailers, these small shops, they have carried out protests many times against this big conglomerates like Walmart, Amazon, Flipkart, because of their e-commerce thing. Because of the e-commerce, these people are losing out. Especially during the COVID crisis, there have been surge in the orders in the Amazon and Flipkart, whereas these shops have to be closed. Now they have decided that they will create a Bharat market. So they will connect these retail players to the online thing, so that they can also sell their stuff through this Bharat market platform. So Bharat market will be similar to Amazon only, but those who will be selling, these will be small retailers, right? So integrate the capabilities of various technology companies to provide end-to-end service in the logistic and supply chain, including deliveries at home. So basically the idea is the same, right? So this Amazon, Flipkart, Rival, CAT, that is a body for Confederation of All India Traders. So that is a, you can say, representative body of these retail interest. Okay, right. Open some registration for the sellers and target many retailers, and they want to have these mom and pop shops. Okay, right. Next is IIT PAL. So IIT PAL is not a new initiative, it's been an old initiative. Again, the name has come as a part of the online initiative, how these capabilities can be used. So IIT PAL is basically, from the name itself, IIT PAL. So it is a tool for the online learning created to help the students who are preparing for JEE mains and advanced. For K2 students, K means kindergarten to 12th students, and ensure a total success approach. So you can see it on the NTA website, National Testing Agency website also. So they provide a link, and they will, from there they will open a YouTube list. So many of the IIT professors are explaining the concepts that are there in the plus 2 12th exam, 12th 11th 12th physics, chemistry, math and biology, and that you can use for JEE and the NEET. Next is Sikshawani. Sikshawani again is a podcast kind of a thing, podcast app. So with this Sikshawani, the CBSE will provide the information. So basically it's an app through which it will provide the latest news and events related to the UPSC to all the stakeholders, students, parents, and the teacher. So created by the CBSE. Okay, right. Next is Jan Aushadhi Sugam app. So Jan Aushadhi, we have read Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Abhiyan, right? So what is Jan Aushadhi Sugam app? So this app is created by the under the Department of the Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizer. I have mentioned it many times because just remember, Department of Pharmaceutical is not under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Rather, it is under the Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizer. Okay, right. So it is developed by the Bureau of Pharma PSUs, that is BPPI, and people are using it, this particular app, during the lockdown to meet their local medicine needs. Okay, so Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendra, those are the centers where they are available. Cheap generic medication. Generic medication, we have already discussed a lot about the generic medication. What is generic medication? Why it is important to use generic medication? Because of its affordability, because India has the highest out of pocket expenditure, right? Out of pocket expenditure, sorry, and in among the world, and that creates an additional cost on the people. Okay, so Jan Aushadhi Sugam app linking lakhs amid the lockdown. It is under the overall which scheme? Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. Okay, so Department of Pharmaceutical, same, Bureau of Pharma PSUs of India, to provide quality medication at affordable prices. So these stores are open. Many stores will be nearby you as well, right? They provide generic drugs which are equivalent at the lesser price. Now, Prime Minister himself has given a call 2 to 3 years back in his Mann Ki Baat that the doctors should take up the moral responsibility of writing the generic medication instead of a branded drug. Now, there is a nexus, strong nexus between the doctors, these marketing people, and these manufacturers. So they incentivize the doctor to write these branded drugs that are available many a times within the vicinity of the doctor's clinic, or in a specific particular shop, or some branded drugs, and the doctors get a very large chunk of the profit commission. But overall the cost is for the patient. No, if you are a rich patient, then that's fine, but if you are a poor person seeking an help, then it's not a good thing. So one more detail. So these people, those pharmacists, are also called Swasth Ke Sipahi, right? The soldiers of the health of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendra, who are delivering these services. So just remember, this word can come, Swasth Ke Sipahi. It is related to the, though it's a Hindi word, I don't think it will come, but still it's a government language, right? So Swasth Ke Sipahi means soldiers of the health, and these people belong to the, those are the pharmacists, those who are working at the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendra. Okay, next is Ayush Sanjeevani app. So it is developed by the Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of MeitY, because Ayush is basically Ministry of Ayush, and then app is there, then MeitY will be involved. So the idea is to generate the data on the usage of the Ayush, and especially with respect to the COVID-19, right? So many people have suggested that there should be some Ayush treatment, at least not directly, which is helping the cure for COVID-19. However, to create a immunity for the people for the COVID-19, to deal with this COVID virus, right? So alliance between technology stakeholders will help the traditional knowledge to reach a larger global population, right? Next is Champions portal, very important portal for our examination. Government has announced it with pump and show. So Ministry of MSME has announced this Champions portal, very big name, that is creation and harmonious application of the modern processes for increasing the output and the national strength. Okay, so again, creation of and harmonious application of the modern processes for increasing the output and the national strength. Very big name. It seems as if they decide the name of the portal first and then they create the full form. Okay, leaving that aside. So it is related to the MSME. The idea is to make MSME, helping MSME to grow big. I'll discuss that in detail also. So MSME march into the big leagues as national and global champions, right? So how will they do? They'll apply the hand-holding approach, solving their grievances, encouraging, supporting, helping them, and all these things. So it is fully integrated on the real-time basis with the government's main grievance portal, that is Central Public Grievance Redressal Monitoring System, and Ministry's other web-based mechanism. In fact, earlier they had a portal, that is MSME Samadhan, but I don't know what happened to that portal. They again launched one more portal, so it is a portal governance. Okay. So basic the idea behind it, that mentioned in the economic survey 2 years back, last year in fact, not this year economic survey, previous economic survey. So nourishing dwarf to become the giants. So we'll discuss that. I have some points also related to it. So in MSMEs, the tendency it's being seen that as the age of the MSME increases, they do not grow big. That means they do not employ a lot of people. They do not contribute to a lot of the productivity, net value added as well. Okay. So in that context, the government has said our hands to make you large to the MSME people. Now, what is basically the problem? Now, first of all, let us see. So this is the age of the firms, less than 10 years and more than 10 years. And this is the number of employees, less than 100 and more than 100. So if the employees are less than 100, they are small. If they're more 100, they are large. If they're less than 100, they are young. And if it is more than 10, more than 10 years, they are old. So first of all, we'll see how many firms are there in each category. So if you see the firms which are small but they are old, so similar to the DOFs, so they around 53.4%, more than 50% firms, despite their age, they remain small. What is the logical basically evolution of a firm? So if you have a firm, if you stay in for long, you are bound to increase, you are bound to go large, or you'll get close, right? That is the thing. You either close your operation or you increase. That should be the natural hierarchy. But you can see a large number of firms are, more than 50% firms are large, small, but they remain old. As compared to, there are very less, only 10% firms which are large and old, right? And we don't have to talk about young because they are still in the operation. Now, more. So this is their share in the worker, sorry. So how many employment they are providing? So you can see, despite having 50% firms, they are giving only 14% people overall employment, provide 14% employment, whereas only 10% of the firms are providing 55% of the employment. Or you can see here, the young firms providing 21% of the employment, right? So this goes to show that a lot of employment is provided by these, and these are having a lot of number of firms, but still providing very less job creation. Then we talk about productivity, that is net value added NVA. These are all the facts are from economic survey. You can quote it directly. So you can see 53.4%, this DOF only contributes 7.6% to the net value added, whereas only being 10.2%, they contribute to 51.3%, right? So this goes to show that we need to make sure that the firms who are stuck here, they need to go either this or they need to get closed, right? So as to employ, that is called creative destruction of capital, so that their resources can be used by the other firms. Okay, right. So what are the reasons behind this dwarfism? So the economic survey has identified two reasons. First, the impact of the labor regulation. So they say that there are many labor laws, plethora of labor laws at both central and the state level. For example, they give an example of Industrial Dispute Act. While reading about the labor reforms also, you have come about these arguments that, for example, this law, this says that if you have more than 100 employees, you have to take the government permission with to close down, and that is a problem. Then the transaction code involved in such a regulation. So many of the laws says that if you have more than such number of employees, more than 50 employees or more than 100 employees or more than 500 employees, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to comply on this, comply on that. So that creates a disincentive for them. Okay, why to grow big? Let us stay small. Then inflexible state versus inflexible state. They have done a study, the economic survey. They have said that those states who are being flexible enough on that labor laws, even if a small flexibility is there we can see more number of MSME overcoming this bane of dwarfism. right? These overcoming this MSME are more prone to become large rather than remaining dwarf, right? Then impact on the small scale reservation. So they have said that many of the small scale incentive, for example, public sector lending, okay, so if you are small, you get this benefit. If you go big, if you employ more number of people, then you won't go big. So that is a problem, right? So they are saying so that the firms remain small. They do not want to crash this threshold, because if they crash this threshold, their lending will PSL, they will not get. Public sector lending, small loans, they will not get. They will not get what? Many of the benefits that government gives, right? So there is a list of benefits, no need to go into that. But to avoid these things, they stay in this zone, right? So they say, okay, for example, someone, I want to open a new for example, I have 75 workers here and I have more work, I want to expand. So instead of expanding this, I will open a new firm, okay? So what happens? Economy of scale does not happen. I cannot employ a big technology here, right? Big technological thing I cannot do. I have to do the same approach again. So if I do not do economy of scale, I do not focus on innovation, something like that, then overall the impact is on the job creation only, okay? So that is there. So we have discussed, just to give you some idea that why this happened, these are all the facts from the economic survey only, right? Now we are done with apps and portals. Now we'll discuss state government initiative. So first is industry status given to sports. So Mizoram has become the first state in the country to grant the industry status to the sports, right? So the idea why, what is this industry status? So giving this industry status to sports help, what will be help given? So those who want to invest in the sports sector in Mizoram, they will be given large loans and with relatively less um interest rate, right? The government will provide more incentive, more tax benefit, something like that, so that the investment in the sports increases. Now in the budget 2019, the government has given the industry status to the real estate, that is similar, so as to provide more incentive into the real estate, more investment, more so that all these ease of doing business in the real estate happens. So all these benefits are happening because of the industrial estate in industry status given to the particular sector, right? In this sector, you have to remember Mizoram has given the industrial status to the sports, okay, right? Next is Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana. So from the name itself, you can guess Rajiv Gandhi, that means that will be a Congress driven state. Now in India, it's very less states that are Congress driven, isn't it? So it's a Chhattisgarh government, one of the stable governments related to the Congress. So to produce more crops and help them get the right price. So it is Kisan, that means related to the farmers. Plus it is a Nyaya Yojana, then you can guess that it would be some sort of a income transfer sort of a thing will be there. So if the question will come, the question will be directly which state government has done it, right? Nothing more than that, because they do not ask a lot of detail about the state government initiatives, okay? So the idea is that in the Kharif season, you will be getting around 10,000 per acre of the 10,000 rupees per acre of the cultivation you have done, okay, directly into the farmer's account. Next is right, Darbar move. So what is Darbar move? It was in the news. So the news was, what is Darbar move? It's an old practice in the Jammu and Kashmir. So what they do, they have a two capitals. One is winter capital, one is summer capital. So in the winter capital is Jammu and the summer capital is Srinagar. So 6 months they operate from Srinagar in the summer, and then in the winter they operate from the Jammu. Okay. So what is Darbar move? So earlier it is a so old move. So Maharaja Ranbir Singh, at that time he initiated this. So he said, like, earlier the Darbar used to move, now the government moves from one city to the other, right? This is that. Next is Rojgar Setu scheme. So this is by, important scheme is there, right? That is by MP government. So the idea is Rojgar means unemployment, Setu means bridge, so providing employment to the people. So in the COVID crisis, so this will be the secure employment for the skilled labor. Remember, the focus is on the skilled labor who have returned back to their homes and were employed at the industry elsewhere, right? So those who have come back to their homes, some sort of a job employment opportunity will be provided by the MP government, or the avenues will be seen. So it's the first state to devise such a work plan for the workers, right? So it's a COVID related scheme, so keep in mind. So MP launches a Rozgar Setu scheme for the skilled workers. So that's the end of the session. Let us revise. So we started with the Ideathon on the future of the river management by the NGM, NMCG, that is National Mission for Clean Ganga, and the National Institute for Urban Affairs under Ministry of Jal Shakti. Then National Migrant Information System by the NDMA, right? From the name itself, migrant information, seamless movement, and COVID related details will be taken. Then e-commerce marketplace, very important. Bharat Market, very important, right? So it is by the retailers. It is helping the retailers against these big companies. Then IIT PAL for IIT preparation. Then Shiksha Vani by CBSE to give the important news and all the related events. Then Jan Aushadhi Sugam mobile app related to the Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendra. Then Ayush Sanjeevani app by Ayush Ministry and Ministry MAT to provide Ayush related how the Ayush can contribute more to the COVID-19 or immunity boosting. Then Champions portal, very important portal related to the MSME. We have read about it. So with respect to MSME, Champions portal important, and the context we have seen is with respect to the MSME remaining DOF as compared to the becoming infant and like a normal growth from infant to large. Then industry status to the sports, it is with respect to the Mizoram state. Then Rajiv Gandhi Yojana, Chhattisgarh space, Darbar move in Jammu and Kashmir, and then Rozgar Setu in the MP government. Okay. So with this, we finish our session. See you in the next class, everyone. So we have done with the part 1 of this. In the part 2, we'll discuss the remaining current affairs. See you in the next class. Bye-bye for now.